So boys, last week I got to play with two incredible 180 round per minute hand cannons. Luna's Howl, which is the fabled reward in the competitive playlist, and Not Forgotten, which is the legend reward in the competitive playlist. So with that being said, I've been spoiled in the 180 department. But this brings us to this weapon, Trust. This is the legend reward from Gambit actually, but it has the opportunity to roll with random rolls. And today, for me, for my playstyle, this is the most consistent 180 round per minute hand cannon I have played with. I'm talking, boys, more consistency than even Luna's Howl. So let's talk perks here. What's happening here with this hand cannon? So we got accurized rounds, opening shots, and explosive payload. On top of that, we also have a stability masterwork. The thing that really added to this weapon though is this free hand grip weapon mod, where it increases accuracy and ready speed while firing from the hip. Boys, this mod that is sold from the gunsmith is one of the best mods to put on your hand cannons, or pretty much any slow handling weapon. You can almost see your sights, like your actual reticle, staying together more when this mod is applied. But let's talk about explosive payload. How is explosive payload paying off with Trust? This is a 180 round per minute hand cannon. I think for most of us, when we talk about chemistry, synergy, and all those things, a lot of people jump up and immediately say, hey, I want a hand cannon that's got kill clip. I want a hand cannon that possibly has rampage and outlaw together. You know, everyone always goes for those heavy hitter perks, but we're opening up a gun here with accurized rounds, which is bumping that range up tremendously. Opening shot for that increased accuracy on that initial shot. And then you've got explosive payload. So right off the bat here, guys, the entire synergy of the weapon is to be as consistent as possible, but also to simultaneously flinch the absolute dog piss out of people. This gun was messing with folks, and I completely understand. Because it's one thing to get hit with explosive rounds from like a scout rifle, maybe a slow firing weapon, but when it's a 180 round per minute hand cannon, when you're getting tacked for 39 per crit, but an extra 19 explosive damage, it's not that the gun just absolutely flinches you out, but visually it messes with you, which is why majority of the gunfights that you see here, the duels, even if it's outside of 180 territory, people are getting beat. I'm telling you guys, this combination of perks right here is absolutely nasty. It wrecks, and on top of that, it's easy to wreck with, because that's what I like. That's exactly why I chose Luna's Howl over Not Forgotten, is because to me, I would rather go into a gunfight with a weapon that I know I can win with. So the question remains, how does Trust compare to other 180 round per minute hand cannons? Because yeah, it's got some competition. Well, guys, there's no perk on it that allows this weapon to be a 3-tap. This weapon is still looking at a time to kill of 1 second, 2 crits, 2 body shots. But let me go ahead and say this. If Magnificent Howl was present on Trust, which of course it would take up one of these traits, but if it was, it would be the deadliest hand cannon in the game, without a doubt. Because there's only one thing I could say about this gun, is that it's clean, it's consistent, it's reliable. So this gun may not boast that 0.67 time to kill that Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten possesses. But what it can boast, especially with a god roll like this, is consistency, gunfight after gunfight. So fellas, Trust to me, I love it. I want it, especially with these rolls right here. I can't tell you how nasty explosive payload was on a 180 round per minute hand cannon. I've never got to experience that with a 180 hand cannon. You know, when we discuss time to kill of weapons, things always sound good on paper, right? But application in real scenarios and real gunfights, that's when you actually see what a weapon's worth is. And despite what's working against Trust on paper, I cannot overlook the fact that it was absolutely whooping people up in Crucible today. So guys, this is my review for Trust. Play some Gambit, man. Go for that legend rank. See what you can get for those random rolls. Me personally, fellas, I advocate for stability on 180 round per minute hand cannons. This one just so happened to roll with accurized rounds, and on top of that, explosive payload doesn't have any damage fall off. So guys, get your hand on it. Fellas, thank you so much for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.